gardening tip. Now, you bought those beautiful hanging baskets and annual baskets this spring with us, and maybe you're still grabbing some, but you bought them and they look like this. They are full and lush and beautiful, and then you got them home and they're still doing okay, but they don't look quite the same. So if you've had a basket that maybe you let go, like sort of this one that's starting, it's getting a little long, we're getting some spaces in it. What can we do to get it back to this? Well, very simply, just a few little tips that are gonna help you keep your baskets looking like when you got them. So one of the first things we want, you see me waving around pruners, we'll get to that. This is one of your most important tools to keep your baskets looking like this. So are these little things. These are hands, fingers. So you want to keep these guys fed. Their job is to bloom all summer. So they may not be coming back next year, but their job all summer long for months and months is to bloom, bloom, bloom. So make sure you're pushing that bloom. So with this fertilizer or this one, depending on who you have, this is a petunia, so this is for this. You could use this for this whole basket. But say you didn't buy a petunia basket, you can get this, it's gonna work on your other ones. So pay attention, feed it. Every time we water here, we feed. So it's just that they need the energy to keep going. Now, next important thing, you feed this with water. We've talked about moisture meters, just make sure you're checking them. Too much of a good thing is too much. Too little of a good thing is also bad. So that said, maybe during the course of the day, you find that even though you watered it, maybe it flattens out. Well, you may be a good candidate for one of these. This is a water globe, and what you do is you just fill this up with, so you water it first, then you fill this thing up with water. You screw on this part, and then you're gonna find a spot, and you're actually gonna jab that down into your pot. And what it does is this is permeable, so it actually loses water during the course of the day. That's gonna help you keep those baskets hydrated. There's also this one, it's the same thing. It's, if you like green, it'll disappear in there a little bit more. There's a green one, it's a plastic bubble. They're just gonna help you stretch out that day. One more thing that might help, but this is gonna be more for like a planter like this here, right there. This, you have a bucket of water, and then you have this. There's actually, you uncoil this piece right here from this, you shove this thing in there, this goes into your water bucket, and it's gonna pull the water that you need from here to there. So the same idea, it works through capillary action. Woo, big words today. But it's going to help you keep those plants hydrated. Does that mean I don't have to water anymore? No, you still have to water, but this is going to help you stretch those hot days out of summer that are coming up. All right, so how do we get back here after those things? Well, we just do some trimming. Just like getting your hair trimmed to keep it healthy, you have to trim these critters. They just want to wander off. So that said, what can we do? Whoopsies. We can simply trim back some of these long edges. So I am actually going to, here and there, cut off some of the flowers. But Kate, I know, but to keep it dense, if we do this all the time, and not just once in a great while, then what we have is a nice full pot like this that stays that way. Just like your hair, you don't get those split ends, it just stays healthy and beautiful. Every time we trim, so here's a piece that wasn't trimmed. Here's a piece that had been trimmed previously. You see this new growth coming off of there? That's because we cut it. It said, oh no, where do I go? I'll start growing for somewhere else. So we're making it more dense by doing that. So by keeping up with it, we never have sort of a bald looking basket at any one time. And you can see here, this one, not gonna lie, this one got away from us a little bit. So we went through and trimmed it, and it is starting to come back and fill out. You won't see this on the sales floor yet, it's not quite ready, but this might be something that you did at home accidentally, and by doing some trimming, you'll get it back to its full blooming glory in no time. And Mother Nature will do the rest with some nice warm sunshine for us to get it growing. So that's been some garden tips to keep your baskets and containers beautiful at home. And as always, we're here to help. And this has been your Dickman Farms Smart Gardening Tip.